Well, we're back in Fayette after our first road trip down to Central Baptist College. Was really excited about getting down there and having the opportunity to play. Before we get started, I want to take a minute and really thank Coach Brister and his staff down there for just a phenomenal first road trip for the ball club. They accommodated us in every way possible, put us in indoor facilities. We bounced from field to field. We had some rain delays and things like that, but they did a phenomenal job taking care of us down there, and I can't thank him and his staff enough for just a well-supported, great first trip for the ball club. Recap from game one, we came out of the gate pretty well, jumped on them 11-0 right out of the gate, and they battled back and got the decision 12-6. Thought we did some really good things. There fell apart there kind of from the fifth inning on. Didn't put a whole lot of pressure back on them. In game two, it was a back-and-forth game there for a while. We ended up losing that game 7-3. The back end of our rotation kind of let us down with some miscues on a kick a ball around or two, misplays in the outfield, led to that game ending 7-3. We came out on Saturday. I thought the energy was great. I thought the guys were ready to bounce back after a tough loss that night. And we lost a close ball game 2-1 and a walk-off in the seventh. 1-0 ball game going into the seventh. We had a misread in the outfield that ultimately led to the loss in that game. And then we turned right around in game four and lost in the same fashion with a walk-off in the seventh and a 4-3 ball game we lost. Very proud of our starting pitching. Our starting pitching pitched 16 2/3 and only allowed 3 runs and walked 5. I thought our starters came out and gave us the opportunity to win all 4 games down there. From a bullpen reliever standpoint, they pitched 8 2/3, allowed 16 runs and walked 17. We're definitely going to have to tighten up the back end of our rotation, but it was a good time for us to get down there and get everybody into pitch and see what guys are going to do as ultimately we look forward to conference play. From an offensive standpoint, like I said, I thought we came out of the gate and we were swinging it real well. We kind of got stagnant there for a while. I think we changed some approaches at the plate. They did a very good job pitching us backwards and putting us in situations that were going to be tougher for us. After the 4-game set, we had ended up with 38 runners left on base, and it's going to be really tough to win ball games when you leave that many runners on base. But I also thought we did some good things on the bases. But they did a good job getting out of jams. I thought CBC never laid down. They fought the whole time, well-coached ball club, and just pretty much outplayed us for the remainder of the games there at the end. Defensively, we had 1 error in the outfield, but we did have 4 misreads or 4 mistakes out there, and that's a sign of first days outside and things like that, but that's something we're going to have to clean up immediately as we get on the field this Friday down in Joplin. Infield-wise, we had 4 fielding errors and 1 throwing error. I understand early that we can, overcome some of the fielding errors and stuff. I was very pleased with only 1 throwing error, but some of those errors were key there in the 5th, 6th, and 7th inning, which ultimately, led to the decision in the game. Overall, I thought our ball club had great energy, did a really good job. I think it was nice for us to get outside and kind of see where we were at that point. I also don't think we went down and played our best brand of baseball right out of the gate. So we've had the last couple of days here to refocus and get prepared for this weekend as we head down to Joplin to play 5 really good ball clubs. But again, I want to thank the CBC staff down there for just a great job of accommodating us and working with the rain delays and everything they did to make our trip really smooth. A little look here into the future. We're headed down to Joplin tomorrow night. We'll open up Friday against Viterbo and Clark. And then on Saturday, we will play Waldorf and Grandview. And then Sunday, we'll play a very strong Doane team. I think on the first day with Viterbo and Clark, we're going to see solid pitching and very aggressive guys on the bases. Viterbo has 2 or 3 pitchers returning with below 2 ERAs. They have a lot of transfers in from the California area, Arizona area that I think are going to be great additions to the ball club, and they had a very strong club last year. Clark's going to be a tough game for us. They're real aggressive on the bases. They returned 3 guys that stole 20 bags for them last year. So it's going to be very important for our infield to be communicating, our pitchers and catchers to be on their toes as we try to hold them close and not have them take extra bases on us. On Saturday, we play a Waldorf team that I think is going to come out hungry. They're another North team that hasn't had the opportunity to come down and play South yet, and they'll be coming down, and we're going to have to be on our top of our game for them. The Grandview Nightcapper and then Doane on Sunday. Those are 2 really strong ball clubs. Grandview played in the opening round of the World Series last year, and they're returning a ton of very good hitters and pitchers. that'll be a tough ball game for us. We're going to have to go in there and limit our mistakes and get runners on and get them moved over and score them to win that ball game. Doane College will be a tough game. They've come out of the gate 3-1 to start their season. They do some really good things, well-coached, well-disciplined ball club. We're going to have to jump on them early and then learn how to finish games. You know, this will be an important series and 5-game set for us as we get moving forward into March and our home opener of just learning to be more consistent for a full 7 innings and also learn how to finish ball games out.